What's up, guys? Until Nick here, and today I'm gonna go talk about my E3 predictions for Nintendo for 2018. I usually do this every year, and yeah, I wanna tell you guys what I think will be announced at E3 and what I want, and what we have that is confirmed, and some leaks that have been bringing up and stuff. So first I'll talk about the games that have already been confirmed and if I think they're going to be shown at E3 or not. Then I'm going to talk about games that haven't been confirmed but I think might be shown off at E3 this year. And then lastly I'll talk about leaks and my final thoughts and things that I don't think will be shown at E3. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start with Super Smash Bros. Switch. Now this is kind of already confirmed. They said that in their website, they're like, we're gonna show off games that are coming out in 2018 and Smash Bros. And also you got the Super Smash Bros. Invitational. So it's pretty much a guarantee that this is gonna be shown. And it'll probably be the highlight of the show, mainly because we don't really know much about it. We don't even know like what it's gonna be. All we know is that the Inklings are gonna be in there. We haven't seen any gameplay. We just saw a trailer of the Inklings coming to Smash, and it's supposedly coming out this year. So it's really weird, but we're gonna hopefully we get a lot of information about gameplay, stages, new modes maybe, new characters, and yeah, I'll talk about some of the leaks and some new characters that I want later on in the video. But yeah, I feel like it's definitely gonna come out this year, as I say. And I'm really hyped up for the Invitational also, see people play with maybe even the Inklings and how the gameplay is going to work, and how it's going to be different maybe than Smash 4, but we really don't know if it's going to be the same physics as Smash 4 or it could be different. We don't really know. I think it is confirmed that it's not a port, but we don't know if it's going to play the same as Smash 4. Anyway, my second prediction is the new Yoshi game. We'll have some more details about that. Cause last year was the last time we saw this new Yoshi game. I forget when it said the release date. I think it said 2018, but I'm not exactly sure about that. But last time we saw this guy was last year, and they even showed it in the treehouse too. So we saw a lot of gameplay. We saw a lot of different levels and the cool mechanics of like going like back and forth, like for the foreground and the background, and even like underground stuff like that. And it's pretty cool. I like the art style and I like the kind of the paper aesthetic of it. I saw a leak that it said that it's called Yoshi's Flipping Land or something like that, which a lot of people are like, that's probably not the name of the game, but knowing Nintendo, maybe they will put it there just to put a fun little title. Anyway, I also think that the new Fire Emblem will be announced at E3. This is also coming out in 2018 apparently, and last time they showed this off was, well, they didn't show off gameplay, but they announced it. I think it was last year in a direct where they announced Fire Emblem Warriors. They're like, yeah, a new Fire Emblem is coming to the Switch also. And we don't really have much really details about it. We don't even have a real full name for it. Same thing with Yoshi, and we haven't seen any gameplay though, and we haven't had seen any characters or any of that stuff. So hopefully we see that this year, and maybe the new protagonists will be also in Smash like they did with Robin and Corrin. Anyway, I also think that they'll show off Bayonetta 3 as it was confirmed in the Nintendo, or it was confirmed by Nintendo at the Game Awards, and it was a pretty big surprise because Reggie was like, yeah, Bayonetta 1 and 2 are going to be on the Switch, but wait, we still have one more announcement, and then they showed off Bayonetta 3, which was pretty cool. We didn't really see any gameplay, we just saw a trailer of her kind of getting destroyed by this like flame guy, I think it was, something like that, and then we saw the 3 title, and we haven't seen any gameplay, we don't know the story, we don't know pretty much anything about it, we don't even know if it's coming out this year, but I feel like we'll have some more details and see more of Bayonetta 3, hopefully. especially because Bayonetta is in Smash, and so I feel like because of that, her fan base, or a lot more people bought her games. And I think Bayonetta 2 on the Switch did pretty good, so we'll probably see some more info of Bayonetta 3. I don't think it might come out this year, seeing that Bayonetta 2 did come out for the Switch, but that game came out a while ago. I think 2014. Bayonetta 2 came out for the Wii U, so it's been a good 4 years. I don't know if Platinum Games is making this, but I actually forget who's making this Bayonetta 3, but it looks pretty good by the trailer, and hopefully we see more details at E3 this year. Anyway, lastly, Metroid Prime 4. Last time we heard about this was also last year, and we haven't even seen like anything about this, like with Fire Emblem. But at least with Bayonetta 3 and Smash Bros, we got a trailer and we got to see some characters and stuff. But Metroid Prime 4, just like in Fire Emblem, all we saw was a title, and Fire Emblem doesn't even have a full title, but at least Metroid Prime 4 has somewhat of a title, but I think it'll have like a subtitle like Metroid Prime 2 and 3 had. But yeah, we haven't seen anything about this. We don't know what the story is. We don't know gameplay or how it's going to work with the Joy-Cons, how Samus looks, because Samus has been looking kind of different. Like she looked pretty different in Return of Samus and other M. So is she going to go back to how she looked in Metroid Prime, or is she going to have some different suit like in Metroid Prime 3? We don't know, and hopefully we'll find out at E3 this year. I don't think it's going to come out this year, but I think this might be the only game that they're going to really talk about that's not coming out 2018. But yeah, so I think this is going to be the only real game. Anyway though, so those are the games that we have confirmed that I feel like are going to be shown off this year. But now I'm going to talk about games that haven't been confirmed, but I think will be shown off at E3. So first we have Animal Crossing. So last time we had Animal Crossing was New Leaf, which I think was 2012, and yeah, that's a big gap, 6 years. They did update New Leaf a couple times with the amiibo and stuff, and then we also have Pocket Camp for the phone. So I think it's been time that we finally get a real Animal Crossing on the Switch, because we also got that Mario Party ripoff of Animal Crossing on the Wii U, which was absolutely terrible. But hopefully, because of the new update or whatever, or the you also have Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, but I feel like those are buffers, and that we'll finally get a new Animal Crossing game that's for real this time. So yeah, that's what I feel like about Animal Crossing. And it'd be great for the Switch. I already talked about this last year, but yeah, hopefully this year they finally get a new Animal Crossing. Anyway, also want to talk about Pikmin 4. Now, Pikmin 4 was almost done in development like 5 years ago, and I think I talked about this last year too, but it's really crazy how we don't have Pikmin 4 still. And I don't know if that Pikmin game that Miyamoto was talking about that was almost done development, if that was My Pikmin, or Hey Pikmin I think it was called, on the 3DS, which apparently didn't sell that well. I heard it wasn't that bad, but it just wasn't a typical Pikmin game that people wanted. And seeing that came out last year, I feel like maybe this year they'll have Pikmin 4 for the Switch, hopefully. But yeah, hopefully they will actually announce it, because it's almost done in development. So I feel like it might actually come out this year if what Miyamoto said like 5 years ago is true. I don't think it was that long actually. It was probably 3 years or something like that. But really want to see a new Pikmin game, and a traditional Pikmin game, not like Hey Pikmin. And hopefully they show off some new Pikmin and some new game mechanics with the Joy-Cons maybe for Pikmin 4. Anyway, I also want to talk about a new Zelda game. Now, Zelda Breath of the Wild was such a big success. It was both on the Wii U and the Switch, got Game of the Year, got a bunch of DLC, and was a great game. So I think Nintendo saw that, and they will probably make another Zelda game for the Switch, because I think Nintendo also confirmed that they're only talking about Switch games at E3. So this will be kind of similar to Link Between Worlds, where it's like a top-down view. It's not really 2D, but like it's a 2D Zelda game, but like it has like a 3D models and stuff. And I think it'll look pretty good and it'll look like Link Between Worlds, but a little bit better because it's on the Switch. And yeah, I think because of the success of Breath of the Wild, that Nintendo might make another Zelda game. And because I think the team that developed the Link Between Worlds, or like even Majora's Mask 3D and stuff like that, the last game they made was, I think, Triforce Heroes, if I'm correct, and that was in 2016, I think. So it's been a good 2-year gap, and I feel like that's enough time to make either a new top-down Zelda game or maybe a remake. People are saying actually Skyward Sword HD might actually show up, but I don't really know about that. I mean, Skyward Sword isn't that old. Anyway, also want to talk about Mario Party 11. Now, this is actually pretty good prediction, because Mario Party 11, like Mario Party 10, I think came out 2014, 2015, something like that. And then you had Star Rush, and then you had Top 100, which I think came out last year. All of them I feel like were pretty decent. I mean, Mario Party 10 was pretty fun with the Bowser mode and stuff, even though Bowser was overpowered. There still are some things wrong with it, and it's not like a traditional Mario Party game. And Star Rush I feel like was pretty good, but Top 100 had a good idea, but really didn't execute it, and like the game boards are pretty boring, and there really wasn't much of a game other than the mini games. But yeah, I think it'd also be pretty cool if they called it Mario Party 11, and then like the 2 ones were Joy-Cons. It would be pretty cool and make a lot of sense, which Rogers Base actually showed, or like talked about that, and I could see Nintendo actually definitely doing that. But yeah, it's been a long time since we actually had a home console Mario Party game, and this would be perfect for the Switch too, because you have the Joy-Cons and it can be portable and you can play with your friend right next to you, and it'd be a great addition to the Switch. So yeah, that's what I think. Mario Party 11 should definitely come out, and it's definitely possible, because Mario Party probably doesn't take that much to make. Just make the mini games, the boards, the characters, and then that's pretty much it. It's probably not that hard to make Mario Party games. I think like when the GameCube Mario Party games is like there was like one after the other like every year. So it's definitely possible that Mario Party 11 can come out this year. Anyway though, now I'm gonna go talk about leaks and what I think will not show up at E3. So one of the most popular leaks is this one right here, and it says Metroid Prime 4, Pokemon has 2 versions, which I don't think is gonna happen, because as Pokemon already announced, they showed Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. They're coming out this year, and then Pokemon Quest, which already came out, and then the 2 versions are coming out next year. So I don't think they'll show it off. Maybe they'll give a little hint, maybe like show off the stars or whatever, like they did with like that very first trailer of Pokemon X and Y, where they showed off like them like drawing the Pokemon and like the new Poke Center and stuff like that. So maybe they'll do something like that, but I definitely won't see. Definitely will think they won't show off like gameplay and stuff, seeing that's coming out next year. Bayonetta 3 I already talked about. Pikmin 4, same thing. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. Like I said, I don't think Skyward Sword is that old enough, but then seeing, I mean, I guess Twilight Princess getting HD, that makes sense too. But Skyward Sword, I don't know. I mean, seeing that it was like already, what is it? I think Skyward Sword came out 2012, so it's only been like 6 years, and I don't think it's gonna look that good, especially because it's on the Switch, and the Switch really isn't that like powerful to make like that good of graphics, like to overcome the Skyward Sword, because there really aren't any Wii games that got remade already. So I don't really feel like that Skyward Sword would be remade. Um, anyway, we got Super Mario Maker 2, but then actually going back to that, Skyward Sword, I mean, they did, like, in Xenoblade Chronicles, they made it for the 3DS, so I think maybe they'll do something similar to that. And I guess, because on the Wii U, they remade GameCube games, so for the Switch, maybe they'll remake Wii games. Um, then you have, um, Super Mario Maker 2. Now, I don't really think that's a possibility, just because Super Mario Maker, it only had two games really, the one on the 3DS and the one um, on the Switch, and it's really a online type of game. I don't really think that there'll be a sequel to it, especially because like mainly Super Mario Maker used a touchpad, and both the 3DS and Wii U had that. Even though the Switch does have that, it would maybe only be for handheld mode, and it would be kind of annoying to do in like on TV mode and stuff like that. Mainly because you just have to like have like a dragging mouse instead of doing it on the screen yourself. But I guess I could see it happening, but probably not this early. But I guess it would be something for Mario, because the only other thing would be Mario Party 11 that I would think of. Anyway, Super Smash Bros. Yeah, I talked about that. Luigi's Mansion 3. Now, I don't think there'll be two Luigi's Mansion in 1 year. But it's possible, but I don't think so, because Luigi's Mansion on the 3DS is already being made. And, I don't think we'll have two Luigi's Mansion in like 1 year or 2 years. Especially seeing the gap between like Luigi's Mansion 1 and 2. But you know, I mean, I guess it's getting more popular, and that's the reason why they are remaking it on the 3DS, Luigi's Mansion. So maybe Luigi's Mansion 3 will be on the Switch, just to even it out, I guess. I don't know. To make fans happy, because people aren't excited for Luigi's Mansion beyond 3DS. Anyway, Animal Crossing, talked about that. Fire Emblem, Yoshi, talked about that. Mario Party, talked about that. New unknown IP to horror game developed by Retro Studios. Now, this is kind of weird, because there's this leak that's talking about a new IP that's a horror game by Retro Studios, but then there's another leak actually that was talking about Retro Studios is making a Grand Prix Star Fox game. So we don't know which one's right, and it's kind of weird. I could definitely see Star Fox being a Grand Prix, but I don't know. I mean, talking about that too, I was actually thinking that I put Mario Party or Mario Kart 9 as one of my predictions, but seeing that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out last year, I don't think that there'll be another Mario Kart game this year. But I mean, I guess it's possible, because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is kind of just a port, but I don't really think there'll be two Mario Kart games in 1 year, basically. But it could be for 2019. But like I said, Nintendo kind of said that they're going to be focusing on games that are coming out 2018. Anyway, I also want to talk about some leaks that Smash Bros. Were talking about. Like, some people were like, oh, Ridley and Simon Belmont are going to be in Smash, and Ice Climbers. I can see Ice Climbers coming back, but I mean, Ridley, people are like, he's too big. I mean, I can see him coming in the game, and I actually predicted him, but seeing that he's like really overpowered in some of the mods that I played, I don't think that Nintendo will actually put him in unless he's like a smaller version, like the little baby Ridleys from Other M. But I don't think that's the case, because those guys don't really attack much. They're kind of just I mean, I guess the second form of Ridley is more does attack, but like the small little baby ones don't really attack, and they don't really do much. They don't have as many abilities as full-grown adult Ridley. Then Simon Belmont, I don't really think he's going to be in Smash, because Simon Belmont doesn't really have a game, or he hasn't had a game since, I think, Castlevania hasn't had a game since like 2012. So unless they announce Castlevania also, then I don't know. But yeah, other people are saying that Crash Bandicoot and Spyro are going to Smash, but I don't really think. I mean, I can see Crash Bandicoot coming, but Spyro not really. But seeing that he is getting his trilogy remade, just like how Crash did, it's definitely possible, and especially because Spyro's Adventure was on the Wii with Skylanders and stuff. So I can definitely see them coming, but Simon Belmont and Ridley, I feel like, are less have a less probability of actually coming to Smash Bros. But yeah, if you guys want me to actually make a prediction list of our top 10 like characters I want in Smash Bros, maybe I'll do that before E3. But let me know beforehand. But yeah, so those are my predictions for E3 2018 and my thoughts of some leaks and some things that I don't think will be shown at E3. So thank you guys all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more Nintendo E3. Well, I'll probably do being my doing my reaction June 12th when E3 actually gets, or Nintendo's press conference is revealed to the public. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for more things gaming right here on Town Nick. Bye.